Welcome to all of our lovely Cultivate partners. We're super excited about our weekly Culture Notes chat that's happening this week. If you haven't done so already, like, share, react, and save this video so you can always come back and reference what we chatted about throughout this week's Culture Notes chat. So I'm super excited. We're kind of playing catch up. I know it's October 1st. It's beginning of the month, and we're kind of playing catch up when it comes down to chatting about our weekly Culture Notes. Now, throughout this week, we're going to be releasing videos that will give a little more description into what these Culture Notes have been all about, and we're super excited about helping your business, your ministry, your passion, your dream, and your destiny grow, flourish, and come to pass. But before we dive into our weekly culture chats and notes today, I want to stop and take a moment to remind you to check out us on our website at www.cultivateinc.info. When you go to cultivateinc.info, you can start an inquiry, start an intake form to see if we would be the best help for you. Throughout our intake form, we take an opportunity to do a free consultation with you, and that free consultation will allow us to be able to see if we are the best fit to help push your business, your ministry, your dreams, your artistry to the next level. And so we're so excited. We have already been helping many of our partners from the month of September, and we're continuing on. We have some more spaces open for the month of October. It's the beginning of October, so you as a partner can get started and you do not have to delay. Let this be like a holiday gift to your business, and let us help you push to the next level of just sustainability, performance, and productivity, and just all of the prosperity that comes with you making as much progress as you need to make being a cultivator in this hour. And so we are here to partner with you just for that. So you can check out our website again at www.cultivateinc.info. You can also comment on this video and we will respond back to you with more insight and details on how to push forward, how to get started, and we can answer any and all questions for you. So the last 2 weeks of September has been pretty busy for us here at Cultivate Inc. And so this is why we're doing our culture chats now throughout this video and throughout this week. And so I wanted to tackle a culture note that was released on September 20th. And we released this, and you saw it at the beginning of this video, but we released this topic, sticking to your guns. I've been speaking to so many entrepreneurs, so many small business owners right now, and one of the greatest struggles that they're having in their productivity is their discipline, especially if they're working a 9 to 5. Many small business entrepreneurs right now are starting up, and in their startup, what they're finding themselves having is the struggle of just juggling a 9 to 5, juggling regular life, and also juggling the massive responsibility and productivity when it comes down to their business and their products. And so I want to help you reach your next level by giving you small tips and steps to help you stick to your guns. And I thought it was so funny because a lot of times we try to build our discipline around just scheduling and structure and things of that nature. But I remember, if you all don't know, I am a music head, and so I love PJ Morton. And PJ Morton had this song called Sticking to Your Guns. You should listen to it because it's really upbeat and it gets you going when you want to be productive in your business, productive on your mission, whatever that mission may be. And he reminds us to stick to our guns. I'm sticking to my guns. That's one of the things he said. Like, in his creativity and in his artistry, he is sticking to his guns. Yes, he is. So I want to chat about that a little more and expound on our culture notes. Now, culture notes generally have 3 points connected to the topic that will help you get pushed forward. These are small things that you can do to push your discipline, to push your productivity and your consistency when it comes down to your business, your ministry, and even your artistry. So one of the first things we want to tackle to you, one of our first culture notes, is this. You want to be honest about your to-do list. So many small business entrepreneurs think we have so much on our brains, not only the creativity part that comes with having to stay ahead of the game with what you produce and what you create in this moment in time, but also with business management, right? There is so much that needs to be done. And a lot of entrepreneurs, because they don't necessarily have the budget to hire the personnel to handle management, they have to manage both of those things. And so one of the things I noticed, and even as a small business entrepreneur, I have struggled in seasons past. I got a grip on it now, thank you, Lord. But I have struggled in seasons past with producing and management all at the same time. I have to be a builder and a manager and a visionary all at the entire same time. And that can be nerve-wracking. That can add a lot of stress to your productivity, and it can even diminish your influence in your move forward. And so one of the things I wanted to chat with you all about is this. The first thing that you must do is when you're sitting down at your desk, when you're sitting down in your home office, trying to figure out what it is that you have to do next, you need to be honest about your to-do list. Don't just be honest about the productivities and staying connected to the creativity and things that comes with having to produce more, whether it's in merchandising, whether it's in your artistry, creating more music or creating more ways to get your music out there, or even if it's in your ministry, creating more ways to connect with people and to build safe communities with people. You also have to manage it with great management skills. And so I want you to remember that there is nothing too big or nothing too small for your list. Everything from I need to order supplies to the next thing of, man, I need to build this thing, or to the fact that I need to make sure my QuickBooks are together, especially when your finances are in place. If you stick to ensuring that these things are a regular part of your routine, you won't find yourself lagging behind. There are so many entrepreneurs that find themselves, mostly small business entrepreneurs, that find themselves lagging behind when it comes down to tax time and when it comes down to the end of the year contributions, especially if you're a ministry, because most of the time throughout the year they've just been collecting and doing, and they had not managed their business affairs. They had not managed the affairs that comes with keeping your business afloat, keeping your ministry and your artistry afloat. And you never want to get to the end of the year and have to cram everything. This is where stress is added to your passion, and you find yourself not necessarily wanting to produce as much as you should have. So there is no item too big and there is no item too small for your list. If you even have to include your family schedule in there, do so that you can remember, okay, on this day, today is Monday. This is how I start off my day. Generally, after I am done in prayer, I come to my desk and I write a to-do list. Today, this is what we're going to conquer today. Even also too, and I want to show you this little really quickly. You see my weekly content plan. I have a weekly content plan right here, and this reminds me of what I'm doing Monday through Saturday or Sunday so that I can continue to plan my to-do list. I always use that as a reminder to me, like, hey, you need to produce this on this day, or you need to do this on this next day. And so it helps me with my to-do list. It helps me to be able to produce my to-do list for that particular day, and then also help to prioritize whether it's something I can do today or something I can push off to tomorrow, because you never want to be overwhelmed to the point where your fire is quenched out because of the fact that you did not remember the small or the big things, and everything piles on you at one time and it becomes extremely stressful. So you want to be honest about it. You don't want to allow your list to overwhelm you. Say you're honest about your list and it just falls all the way through and you're like, man, I cannot, like, this is so much. It's so much. I want to remind you, don't let that list overwhelm you. But what you want to do is you want to turn it into steps of execution. All right. So you can look at your list. You say, I have so much to do. Instead of looking at it as, man, I have so much to do in so little time, turn it into steps of execution. And if you can, outsource for additional help, especially those of you that are small business entrepreneurs. You can tap into internships with different community colleges and schools and high school groups and youth empowerment groups and youth mentoring groups, because they're always looking for opportunities to give the children experience in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Outsource for that type of help if it's too much and you know that you can kind of give it over or delegate it to another thing, but it will still get done. Small business entrepreneurs, especially if you're just starting up, sometimes we have this it's a false truth. It's a false narrative. Let me put it like that. It's a false narrative that says that we have to do everything and we have to manage everything and we have to accomplish everything and we have to do it all at the same time. But in your to-do list, and as you turn them into steps of execution, you can delegate and you can also outsource. Outsource for your social media, outsource for your marketing, outsource for all these different things. And most of the time, small business owners, we don't necessarily have the budget for it. But here's what the scripture says. And everybody knows I am a believer. So the scripture that I always stick to is, do not despise the days of small beginnings. Do not despise your small beginnings, because that is going to be the next place that helps you to build up on the next. And you'll be able to look back and say, man, I was not held back by this massive thing. No, I was able to build and execute. Even if it was small, I was able to start somewhere and get this thing going. And a lot of times we're looking for financial and fiscal support from other investors. And they're going to look at, what did you do with what you actually had? With whatever resources that you had, what did you actually do with it? Did you sit it onto the side and say, well, man, because I didn't have all of these big things, I couldn't do it? Or did you actually attack it the way that you needed to attack it? And so you want to make sure that you're faithful over the small resources, faithful over the small favors, and over the small insight that you do have, and over the small resources that you do have. And then the Lord himself will make you ruler over many, and many investors will come and find it safe for their monies where you are, because you are diligent over the small things. So you want to be honest about your to-do list. You want to turn your to-do list into steps of execution, and do not be afraid to outsource if you need the help. Do not be afraid to outsource. All right. So I hope that was really good for you. Point number 2 is set your deadline dates. Y'all, there are so many times when I'm writing a to-do list and I would just say it has to get done today. And I will add stress and pressure when things come up, because of the fact that I was not real, not only about my to-do list, but I wasn't real about the date too. So sometimes we have to be real about the date. Okay, it's not really due till Friday. Today is Monday. Okay, I can give this till Wednesday to be done, Thursday to kind of review it, and then Friday to submit it, or to cause it to launch and go forth, and whatever it is that you're trying to do. So you want to make sure that you set your deadline dates first. Once you write out to your to-do list, you don't want to jump right into doing it. Set some deadline dates. That way you can prioritize what needs to be addressed first and what does not need to be addressed. And this attached to your schedule of execution. Remember, you write out your to-do list and you want to turn them into steps of execution. This helps you to schedule out your steps of execution. This helps you to plan out how you're going to execute, so that everything does not seem like it's a priority. That's the most stressful thing ever, when everything seems like it's a priority, when in reality, everything is not that priority. And so oftentimes people feel like everything is a priority, and because they can't get everything done in that priority, they get stuck and end up wasting time anyway, because it overwhelmed them so much. I'm here to remind you and just to let you know that if you set your deadline dates, if you plan out and schedule your steps of execution, you will actually find yourself being able to accomplish much more by over 50%. By over 50%, you'll be able to be more efficient in your business, more efficient in your creativity, more efficient in your management, more efficient in your work, because of the fact that you have planned everything out and you were real about your dates, you were real about your deadlines, you were real about your to-do list, and you were real about your schedule. There is a quote that's out there, right, that says, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. If you fail to plan, you plan already to fail. And that's where many of us are. We're so excited about our passion, so excited about the things that we have to do. But the reality of the matter is that if you don't take the time to set these deadline dates and plan out your steps of execution, schedule out your steps of execution, you will find yourself truly failing or planning or agreeing with the process of your failure because of that. So you want to make sure that you're taking the time to plan, schedule it out, set your deadline dates so that you can keep moving forward. Don't allow the false narrative that everything is a priority, because it's really not. You can prioritize better when you set the deadline dates. This way you're prioritizing off of reality and not off of what you're just thinking. You can prioritize off of what's real. You want to be real about your deadlines. And if you know that it's flexible, you want to be real about that. I can tell you a lot of entrepreneurs, we set some deadlines because we want to, not because it's the reality of it. The reality of the matter is that you need these supplies today. You can't wait till Thursday. And so you need to do whatever it takes to go get those supplies, because that is what it takes to be successful in your business. You want to be real about your deadlines. You don't want to trick yourself into failure. You definitely don't want to trick yourself into failing, into producing low-level productivity. You don't want to do that. So you want to give each action item a time frame within your schedule. You want to take the time as you set the deadlines, as you prioritize them, as you schedule them out, as you look at reality and not fantasy, and you schedule them out. You want to be able to align your action items, align your to-do list within the time frame of your schedule so that you can actually stick to your guns and get it done. All right. So I hope that was it. Set your deadlines first. Set your deadline dates first. Set your time frames first. After you've written down your to-do list, you want to address it with it. Don't just dive right on in and try to get the work done. Add dates to them so that you can prioritize it with accuracy, with reality, and really set action items in place and be successful. This is all about efficiency. It's all about efficiency and helping you to be disciplined in the work of your business, your ministry, and your artistry. All right, third piece. The third thing, we're right here at the end of it. The third thing that you want to do is you want to invest your time. Now, I know you said, I did that with my to-do list. I did that with setting my dates. No, now you want to put your hands to the plow and put work behind what you want to do. All right. After you have set your deadline dates, you definitely want to set in time frames for your action items. It may take 3 hours to accomplish some work. It may take you 5 hours to catch up on your finances or the financial aspect for your business. It may take you 10 hours to create or to produce what you need to create for your new season or for what you're getting ready to prepare for as we matriculate through time and matriculate into a new year. You want to make sure that you are real about the time frame that's needed to produce what it is that you need to get done, and you want to invest that time. You do not want to look at it as a time spent in loss. No, it's an investment to your business. Your time, your treasures, and your talent are investments in your business. I will say that again. Your time and your treasure and your talent are all investments into your business. So if you want to get anything done, you're going to have to invest your time, invest your attention, invest your talent, and invest your finances into your business. Here's the reality. You have to be your first investor. No one else will support or invest your business unless you support and invest in it as well. Also your ministry and definitely your artistry. If you don't take the time to invest in it with your time, with your talent, with perfecting your talent, and with your treasure, then you will find that most people will not support as much. You cannot expect support externally than what you're willing to put in internally. You're going to have to make sure that you invest your time, your talent, and your treasure. When you're doing so, you want to make sure that you're going to see, I promise you, you're going to get the return that you're looking for. And based off of what you invest determines the return that you will actually receive. Now, here's the reality. A lot of us that we are small business owners, we're also working other 9 to 5s. Now, my 9 to 5s is my other 2 jobs. I am a serial entrepreneur, so I am functioning in business and I'm taking on these principles in every single one of my businesses. And so, whether you're working full time or whether you have other businesses, other opportunities, and other things that you're committed to, you want to at least schedule out in reality how much time you actually have to get the work done, to get the job done, and to ensure its success. And so, here's what I say to those that are working full time. You're working full time for another company. I generally suggest that during the workday, you invest 1 to 3 hours a day working on your business, ministry, or artistry, whether it's your culture, whether it's the next thing you're about to release and unlaunch, whether it's research and study, whether it's creating the craft, creating the merchandise, whatever it may be. You want to make sure that you give at least 1 to 3 hours each day, Monday through Friday, while you're working a 9 to 5. Give at least 1 to 3 hours to your business. When you invest in your time versus 0 hours, when you invest that time into it, you will reflect and see the return on your business endeavors, the return in the things that you're doing. The return could be in social media engagement. It could be in the actual sales that comes with your business. It could be in the impact that you're making in it. It could be in the sharpening of your talent and of the very creative gifts that you actually have. Whatever it is that you do, invest that time into being a better person, into your business being better. And then on the weekends, you want to make sure that you're giving a little more time, because the weekends are generally free. So as much time as you would give to your business, you want to still try to give that same momentum, that same energy. Let me say that again. The most time that you're giving it to your full-time job, working for another boss and for another company, you want to at least attempt to give that same energy to your business. You don't want your business to fail and not get the same passion, the same energy that you give your full-time job, because it doesn't work, and the return that you're looking for is going to be either delayed or not what you really need to be free from that full-time job. You want to make sure that you're committing that time. So on your Saturdays and Sundays, you want to commit at least 4 to 5 hours to your business. That's not the whole day. That's only a fraction of the day. You want to commit that time to your business, your ministry, and your artistry, because when you invest in your time, when you invest your talent, when you invest your treasures, others will find that it is safe to invest theirs too, their time, their talent, and their treasure. This is when you start building your culture for your team, for the personnel that's going to come and help you push your business to the next level. So if you're not working full time, you want to engage it already like you're working a full-time job. So that was for my full-time entrepreneurs. But this one right here is for those of you that don't have a full-time job. You want to engage it just like you have a boss who will fire you if you don't give your time to the business. You want to do the exact same thing. You want to carry that same energy, that same passion, that same discipline, that same getting up early, going to bed late, or, working things out, dedicating up to 8 hours to your business. You want to be able to do that because you have the time to do it. And again, if you invest first into your business, then others will find it safe to invest into what you're doing to make the world a better place. All right. So this is what the things that you need to do. 3 things, small steps that you can take to stick to your guns when it comes down to your business, your ministry, and also to your artistry. One of the things that we love to do here at Cultivate Inc. is that we absolutely love to help you be your best you. So we create tools. We create those tools for measuring your productivity, your efficiency, and your growth. We work alongside of you to help set those deadlines and set those priorities so that you can get the job done. We want to make sure that you're efficient over the work of fulfilling the business and the dream and the destiny of your business, your ministry, and your artistry. So if you have any questions, you can definitely reach us on our website at www.cultivateinc.info. You can get started with your partnership right with us today to see how can you push forward to be your best you in your business, ministry, and artistry. We're super excited to host consultation packages for you, as well as coaching packages, which are a little different in their services. Consultations, we can give you strategies. Coaching is we work alongside of you to build the necessary tools, the necessary measurements that you need to be efficient and effective in your business. All right. So I want to remind you, small business owners and entrepreneurs and startups and ministry and artistry, stick to your guns. Don't let anything, anybody, any person deter you from the place of what you're called to do in your business. Remember, you not only have to be creative, you have to be able to manage, and you have to see ahead. And these are steps and tools to help you stick to your guns. Thank you for watching our Cultivate Inc.'s weekly Culture Notes chat, and we're super excited about how impactful this is going to be for your business. Let us know how you like these Culture Notes videos so that we can continue to produce this level of content and help you stick to your guns. We look forward to seeing you really, really soon. We're going to do our next culture chat on the statistics centered around looking at the culture of your business, ministry, and artistry. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for tuning in. Check us out at www.cultivateinc.info.